Welcome to Focus Washington. I'm Chuck Conconi. My guest today is Rich Masters, my colleague and a Democratic Party strategist, and that's what I want to talk about. Thank you for coming here.
Absolutely, Chuck, anytime.
Well, you know, I keep seeing Obama's numbers fading. What is happening? What's happening to him?
Well, I mean, I think part of it is that his numbers were so high to begin with, and traditionally, presidents' numbers tend to fall a bit. And I think you're seeing a lot of natural, kind of attrition and people, as they look at the battles, especially healthcare right now, there's some angst about where we're going on healthcare. And so the president's numbers are going to dip a little bit. But if you look historically, which is what I where we have to really take a 30,000-foot view, and if you look historically, his numbers are right on track with Reagan's and Clinton's and other presidents who were reelected at this point in time. And frankly, quite frankly, he's doing a lot more than many of these presidents did in the early parts of their tenure. So the fact that they're still very solid, still right at 50%, some show them above 50, some just a little bit below, is an encouraging sign to me.
Well, one of the points made is that while he has done so much, put so much money, trillions into the economy, the unemployment figures are still high, and that's what hurts more than anything.
Well, I think that's right, and you've got to look kind of at the overall. Jobless factor, the jobless thing is what really drives kind of people's public emotion. But if you look, all great recoveries start with when businesses start recovering, when Wall Street starts responding. I mean, look at where we were a year ago. We were on the precipice of really one of the, the greatest financial meltdowns since the Great Depression. And President Obama, the stimulus, and the Democrats in Congress have been able to bring us back from the brink, which I think is very, very, very important. And while we still have a long way to go, credit is loosened up, businesses can start to expand. But let's look at what businesses do. They first of all have to get on solid footing if they were on the precipice. They got to get on financial footing. And one of the ways they did that was by laying people off and creating this jobless picture. They're going to have to be, as a business leaders, are going to have to look and have to say, okay, we're now comfortable now. Now we can go back and start hiring, because those are tough decisions by businesses to lay people off.
That's right.
And so now they've got to be on firm footing. And I expect that, as we get into 2010, first, second, third quarter, as we go along and businesses start to feel that comfort again, they're going to start hiring again.
Well, and then you think his numbers will improve, but also in 2010, we've got the off-year elections, and most people are predicting dire results for the Democrats. Someone's even talked to us. Charlie Cook has said as many as 40 could go. I mean, that sounds incredible.
Well, my friend Charlie Cook also didn't think Barack Obama would be president, too. So, predictions are just that. And Charlie is really one of the best in the business. And he's right. I mean, if you look historically, again, you want to look historically. And history is going against Democrats in this coming. We're defending more seats. A lot of these seats are traditionally, Republican-leaning. And John McCain won a good number of them. I suspect that Democrats will lose seats in the House. However, I think in the second and third quarter, as jobless numbers start coming down, as the economic stimulus continues to work its magic and try to bring us back to a sound economy, as well as healthcare passing. I think passing healthcare by Christmas of this year will also give people a sense that Barack Obama and Democrats really meant what they said, that they want fundamental change, and I think that'll help us in the elections.
But he seems to be losing independence. That's all the statistics say, and that was important. That was important to his election.
It is. It's important to every president's election, and I think what independents are looking for are people that don't pay attention to politics, and they're not looking at it right now. There's just kind of a general feeling. I think as we get closer to the election, if the economy is picking up, the jobless numbers are going down, housing starts are already up, housing purchases are already up. A lot of economic indicators are looking well, and I think if the economy is getting stronger and stronger as we get closer to Election Day, you're going to see those independents as they start to pay attention. They're going to say, listen, Barack Obama and Democrats meant what they said, that they didn't want to go to Washington just to represent the status quo. They really want to get things done, and I think that's going to help us. Will it be enough to increase? No, probably not. Democrats probably will lose seats, and that's to be expected, and that's okay.
We got time for one more quick question. I mean, who would you predict? Will you predict that the majority leader is going to lose, and then we'll probably get Schumer?
No, Harry Reid is an old boxer. He's an old fighter, and Harry Reid is going to win that race in Nevada, and I think he's going to end up winning it comfortably. They haven't developed a good Republican to run against him, and Harry Reid is a tough-as-nails fighter, and he ain't going to lay down, and I predict Harry Reid's going to win.
So we won't have Chuck Schumer. Thank you for being here. I'm Chuck Conconi, and this has been Focus Washington.